So let's begin my presentation. And my presentation is News and Me, and that's my title. So, first, please look at the current news of these two newspapers. The first one is Chengdu Daily, and the second one is Apple Daily. So I select the date is Celebrate Day, National Celebrate Day. Yeah, you can see here. So, then in this National Day, this is the homepage of Chengdu Daily. This is an Apple Daily homepage. So let's take a look at the content. You can see the front page of Chengdu Daily is about celebrating the 17th anniversary of the founding of People's Republic of China. So, and the front page of Apple Daily reports on the 没有国庆，只有国殇 in this and parrot. So from the title, today's street, from the title, 今日上街捍卫自由, you can see, we can see that Apple Daily's position is in support of this march. And you can see that the contrast is very strong, these two newspapers. So obviously, the attitude of these two newspapers towards National Day is quite opposite. In other words, the oppositions of the two newspapers are different. The first thing I want to talk about is that was the position of the news. And so let's take a look at the position of Chengdu Daily. Chengdu Daily was an organic newspaper of Chengdu Municipal Committee of the Communist Part of China. So, of course, it stands on the side of CCP only from content. You can see, obviously. And Apple Daily is a well-known pro-democracy newspaper in Hong Kong, stands opposite to CCP, and his name, 杜苹果, on the internet, it's famous, a famous name. So it is not the news. It is not just news that can clearly show the position from the headline, but sometimes seemingly neutral news report also contains imperceptible details reflecting its position. So, for example, in many reports on Hong Kong's unrest in the mainland, people in black are described as thugs and 废青. And some newspaper in Hong Kong may use marchers, protesters, and even democratic personage to describe those people. And so these words reflect the position and attitude of news. The words used in previous Apple Daily coverage of the march also reflect their, uh, no, their support for the march. And of course, the use of words is only part of it. There are many other ways to discuss news reports as net neutral. The most typical one is selective report. Oh, just listening to this word, I think you can understand what it means. The two reports mentioned above have this phenomenon more or less. For example, Chongqing Daily's report on National Day is limited to government agencies, and there's no civil event report. Apple Daily reports a large number of interviews with Democratic people. So there are also satirical uh, cartoons that will reflect what selective reporting is. So you can see this cartoon has a certain one sadness, but no one sadness, no character. Yeah. And even those non-key parts also reflect the position and attitude of the news. So most of the time, news will affect the minds of readers. There is a subtle influence of values. So to sum up, any news report has a position. This is a truth I understand after reading a lot of news. This made me learn to use the method of multi-party verification and comparison to look at all kinds of news events. Let me learn to look at all kinds of things with a dialectical perspective so that my version is more comprehensive. And so that's all. Thanks for your listening.